Right.
of dealing with men that are considerably high value. I don't see that. I think sometimes people watch celebrities too much, and a lot of times why celebrities salvage celebrities is because they don't want to bring average people into the world they're in. So they usually date what's in their world. And a lot of times when they turn around, these are the people that's at every party. See, the same way we go to average Joe parties, they go to parties that are just amongst them, the elite. So therefore, a lot of them deal with each other because they understand that world.
We have a problem with people today always following celebrities and thinking that celebrity relationships are how our relationships work. I got this video from Empowered Dynasty podcast, and they talk about how regular people, should stop following these celebrity relationships. If you like the video, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Without further ado, let's get to the video.
The issue with dealing with celebrities, a lot of them have mental problems, and you can tell. So therefore, creating a celebrity and making that person a standard, we already have a bad conversation. Because look at the other day, I was listening to an interview with Cam Newton and Spice. Spice couldn't understand that Cam Newton has never experienced what the average man has ever experienced when it comes to sex. His options have been plentiful since he was in high school. Why? Because he's always been the head of the football team. He had a full scholarship to multiple colleges. He's been the man since he was young. And then he's been a millionaire since he was about 21, 22 years old.
What does that have to do with wifing up hoes?
What I'm trying to say is you can't make him the standard.
That's the thing, though. A lot of people make these celebrities and these athletes the standard. They can't be the standard because number one, their world is different from yours. Their world is totally different from yours. Their selection of women are different from yours. So a lot of times these women think that all men are going to follow this aesthetic is baffling to me, but let's continue.
He's experienced things the average man will never be able to experience. Because him being Cam Newton, he can get a threesome just because he's Cam Newton.
Yeah.
For instance, when you go outside, if you ask 3 men to hit it, 3 men will do it, sign up for it, right? The only way a man can get 3 women to sign up that easy, he has to build up his status. That's the difference. A woman can go outside and say, hey, 3 men hit it, and then brag about, oh, I got mad men sweating me, because they want sex.
Exactly, man. A lot of women don't understand that. You know, I always say this: a woman that's a 3 will get married quicker than a man that's a 3. A man has to build his value. A man has to build it from the ground up. Women don't really have to do that because, and it's sad though, and I see why women they say that men are, you know, like freaks or whatever and things like that. But at the end of the day, men will hit anything. There are men out there that will hit anything walking, hit any woman walking. It's sad, but it's true though. Women can go ahead and get what they want out of a man, but a man can't get anything out of a woman.
It's that easy. It's that, when a woman brags about people wanting her, she sounds dumb. Because the ugliest girl on earth can get sex. That is nothing. The ugliest girl on the earth, they be having children. So we're just gonna say what it is. Somebody hit it. So when women say that, I'm like, you think weird. You think so weird to think that it's an accomplishment to go outside and get attention from a man. It is easy for a woman to do that. Men are naturally hunting. So therefore, when they looking at you, they hunting for sex. So the woman that can't see it, a lot of them, they think, they's like, oh, I get attention. Oh, they want me. I'm like, they want every woman.
Yeah.
That's true though. And a lot of times women, they don't know there's different types of attention. There's the attention of a man that just want to hit it, and there's the attention of a man who really wants to be with you. But a lot of times women don't understand the difference between the two.
Nothing, that's not an accomplishment. So if you go outside and we have a competition right now, let's just say I'm a guy that really don't have much. I'm talking about an average woman, Shay. Average. An average guy and an average woman go outside. And we have a competition, who can have the first 10 sex partners? Who you think gonna win? The woman's gonna beat them by far. So why is a woman gloating about being able to get sex or getting attention from a man? It's nothing.
I hear all of that, but you still didn't answer my question about why do we still see men of high value? You said they look at hoes as promiscuous. They still do wife them up. And we see that a lot in that world. So I'm asking you, what difference does it make? I don't care about when Cam Newton and all the options available to him, but some of these men will still wife up hoes. We've talked about it. What difference does it make?
And from my experience
right,
of dealing with men that are considerably high value, I don't see that. I think sometimes people watch celebrities too much, and a lot of times why celebrities re-salvage celebrities is because they don't want to bring average people into the world they're in. So they
That's true, man. That is true. And see, this is another thing women need to understand. Why do you think these athletes, they will go ahead and recycle the same women? And women will be like, why are they dating the same women? Because number one, those women are already in those circles. They're in those sports athlete circles. They're in those celebrity circles. Like, perfect example, Daphne Joy. Like, everybody's talking about Daphne Joy. Daphne Joy, she's 50 Cent baby mother. She dealt with Diddy. This woman is already in the circles. Daphne Joy, to me, I mean, she's an attractive woman, but there are like 1,000 Daphne Joys out there. There's nothing different between her and, let's say, a woman that's a doctor or a lawyer. The difference is that she's in those circles. The Brittany Renners, the Amber Roses, these women are in those circles. That's the reason why they get recycled. Is it right for those women to get recycled? No, it's not right, but they're in those circles, so that's how they get recycled.
usually date what's in their world. And a lot of times when they turn around, these are the people that's at every party. See, the same way we go to average Joe parties, they go to parties that are just amongst them, the elite.
Yeah.
So therefore, a lot of them deal with each other because they understand that world. See, the average person you're not going to be able to take an average nurse and take her into the celebrity world and she understands it. She's not going to understand it, nor would a man. If you take a man from the average world and bring him into a celebrity's world, he's not going to understand it. You think most men really can take a man fiending over his woman every single night? You think every man can do that? I don't think the average man can do that. Right?
He can't because he'll get jealous. He'll get upset because why are all the men fiending over him? And that's a reason why that's why certain women, if you notice, it's hard for certain women to find a good man or find a man because that woman is all over the internet. Her pictures are all over the internet. And it's like, yo, like Meg Thee Stallion. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be hard for Meg Thee Stallion to date an average man because there are men out there, thousands of men out there fiending for her. So the average man is not going to be like, man, they can't take it. This is why she is going from celebrity to celebrity. And a lot of times those women don't want to date average men because average men, number one, they don't make as much money. And number two, it's about status. This is why a lot of females who are celebrities, they date celebrity men because of status.
Where they lusting over his woman. Right? I just don't see. You think the average woman can take a bunch of women throwing their panties at her husband every single night? And then dare talk to him any type of way knowing that all these women want him?
Yeah, but you have a lot of these men that are married to regular women too. A lot of these athletes, actors, if we're talking about, they're married to regular people. So,
but they were regular when a lot of times they met.
But
those
we're not
people.
talking about celebrities.
Right?
What's acceptable in that world isn't acceptable outside of it. So I'm just making a comparison.
I think that's why women
and
look
saying
at the
that
world
what's the
messed
difference.
up. I think that's why women.
It is.
But women view the world messed up because they always look from celebrities' lenses. I don't see women go to the bottom of the barrel looking at women. I think they go to the highest tiered woman and think they all deserve that life. And that's what I see all the time. Every time I see women, they look at the highest woman and they think they deserve the same lifestyle that woman has.
I don't know.
I'm not saying shade.
I'm talking about the lifestyle though. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the fact that they.
I ain't never heard a man say, "Yo, fly me out."
Women,
Where they get that title from? Shay? Damn.
Yeah, man. Like I never heard a man say "fly me out" either. Never heard a man say "fly me out." But let's talk about what he said earlier about. I think the co-host was like about a lot of men. These celebrities, they got average wives. If you look at individuals, let's say Fat Joe and Jadakiss. Fat Joe met his wife when he was on the grind. Jadakiss has been with his wife for 30 years. They've been together since they were young. So these individuals, and another thing they do, they don't really put their wives out there like that. They don't put their wives out there. They don't put their families out there like that. So you look at a lot of guys who are married, like Denzel Washington, all these individuals, they got with their women early on. They found out, hey, this woman was with me when I didn't have anything. Now, you know what I'm saying? Michelle and Barack Obama. Michelle met Barack Obama in college. They've been together forever. And this was the president of the United States. You know what I'm saying? People are, you know what I'm saying? Like these individuals who are celebrities, they meet their wives and meet their significant others when they're on the grind. That's why those relationships last long.
Now, you want to hear something? I want to break something down for y'all real quick. There's something, you ever heard of OnlyFans?
Yes.
1% of OnlyFans people make $10,000 a year. The top 1% of OnlyFans people make $10,000 a year. You know what that means? OnlyFans is a platform where they sell vagina. And a lot of times people believe these OnlyFans people are making so much money. See, the thing is, a lot of women don't watch the reality. Those women that are out there acting like they making all this money off OnlyFans, they're legal prostitutes. They're prostitutes. They're legit selling themselves online. They advertise themselves to the highest bidder. Think about it. 1%. You can Google this statistic. It's not my stats. It's Google. You can Google it. 1% of OnlyFans people, right? The top 1% make $10,000 a year. 10,000.
That's weird, man. But see, this is the thing. They make $10,000 off the OnlyFans website. They got to make their money somehow. A lot of those women, they get flew out to different countries. This is why you hear like women getting flew out to Dubai, you know what I'm saying, getting $50,000 to do whatever with these high priced dudes over there. They're not gonna tell you what they did for $50,000. They're not gonna tell you what they did for $100,000. And to them, those sheiks and those guys over there, man, that $100,000 ain't nothing to them. That's like $25 to me. It's $100,000 to them. But see, they do it because at the end of the day, they know the women are going to do it because of the money. Women will sell their souls for some money.
So that mean, where's the money coming from? That mean they selling their vagina. But again, the women that they admire are prostitutes and they don't even know it. That girl you see with the scarf around her face and the beaches, the sand of Dubai, how'd she get there? How'd she get there, Shay? How'd she get there? She didn't have a job in 7 years, Shay. What do you think she doing?
Exactly.
But again, those women, they admire that. Not seeing that these women are literally making y'all trash with their thinking. They're selling their souls.
So what's to be said for the men who pay for that, who give those women that lifestyle, knowing what they are, knowing who they are, and you're still providing that lifestyle,
now,
and you're still sponsoring it? What is to be said about those men?
If you give a corny man money, Shay, he's still going to be corny. Money only intensifies a corny man. The men that are doing that, I've never bought vagina in my life, in my existence.
I mean, we don't know that.
I ain't gonna lie, me neither. I never bought it, never will buy it. People say, oh, Jay, man, you probably took a woman out, you did this, you did that. But I never went ahead and said, okay, I'm gonna give you $100 and you let me hit it. I've never did that before. You know what I'm saying? Because me, I look at it like this. Like you said, money don't change the corniness. If you were corny before the money, you're gonna be corny after the money. And a lot of these dudes who pay for this shit are corny dudes. Because my thing, I look at it like this: if you have to pay for it all the time, and if you have to lead with your money, that means you lacking something else. You shouldn't have to lead with your money. Money should be secondary. What you should lead with is your mind, your mentality, the way you are as a man. But when you lead with money, man, women gonna look at you corny anyway.
But again, you say whatever you want. I don't care. I don't get offended by that. I've never had a problem getting women, but in the same breath, what I'm getting at is this: if you give a man who's corny money, it only intensifies his corniness, because now it gives him access to things that he never had access to.
Facts.
Women always equate economics to how much respect they give a man, not the emotional intelligence, the security he have with himself, the way he carries it. That takes second. That's like in the second tier of respecting a man. First tier is how deep his pockets is. And I'm just gonna call a spade a spade.
Yeah.
He could be corny, nerdy, and ugly, but he got the bag. Oh my God.
I don't think there's a lot of corny, nerdy, ugly men that are flying a lot of these women out. A lot of high-valued men are doing it as well. Yes. And I feel like if you're sponsoring her lifestyle, then whatever it says about her says the same thing about you, even 10 times over, because you're the one with the money that's taking this chick that ain't working 7 years, that ain't doing nothing, doing all of this just so you could hit. So you just as...
See, the thing is that you don't see a lot of these women sponsors. You think about it. These women will post the Chanel bags, they'll post the cars, they'll post the trips, but they won't post the men who doing it. They won't post a sponsor. Yeah, do you have celebrities that do it, athletes that do it? Yes, you do. But the majority of the men who do it, they got money and they corny. But the women ain't gonna post them, because if you post the men, the other women gonna be like, hold on, you did that for him? Was it worth it? I mean, you gotta think about that.
Point.
And that's just how I feel. I just said a corny dude with money out here too. It's still corny, Shay.
I think you talking about corny dudes and scammers, but I don't see no high value men really doing that. I don't see it. I
don't see it. But again, you sit down and, like I just said, right now, 1% of one of the biggest platforms that a lot of women brag about making money on his OnlyFans, which I agree, right? But yet and still, these OnlyFans workers aren't making money from OnlyFans. They're making money from prostitution. And now you had a little girl who's seeing this girl. She's like, oh my God, I want to be like her. She's an influencer. She does OnlyFans. She's flying all over the place. She's everywhere. She's dressing in the latest and the nicest. Yes, because she's selling vagina. And they don't want to say it. This is what it is.
I agree with you 100%. But
They don't want to say it because if they say it, then they'll be outed. They'll be outed. Like, you know what I'm saying? People will say you're a prostitute. People say you're a high-end prostitute. You're not different than the women that be on the Vegas Strip on the catwalk in Vegas. You know what I'm saying? Where it's legal to prostitute out in Vegas. The difference is that, you know what I'm saying, you can see them on the strip. The thing is, you can see them on the strip, but they can't see what you're doing because you don't want to be called that. But let's continue.
But like I said, what is there to be said about the men that are paying for it? For every woman who's selling it, somebody got to be paying for it. For every woman that's flying out to Dubai, she's not walking, she's not swimming, she's flying out because y'all flying them out. Like, there is a man that's out there sponsoring that. So if you know that this woman has no substance and she has nothing about her, why are there men that are sponsoring those habits?
I'm gonna tell you why.
You're not going to tell me all these men are corny.
No.
All these men are whack.
No, Shay,
all these men are this. Come on, Q.
Some men just pay you. It's called hush money. They give you money because that's all you care about, to keep you quiet. So that's exactly what it is. They's like, you know what? You want 20,000? I'll fly you over here, sleep with you, and send you away. 20,000 to that man is nothing.
That's the thing, though, man. A lot of times these women don't understand that $20,000 to a certain dude ain't nothing. It ain't nothing because at the end of the day, they don't want their business out there. So what they'll do is they'll go ahead and give you 50 grand or 100 grand or 20 grand or whatever, have you sign an NDA and all these other things. Why do you think guys like Drake, man? Do you know how many women he probably tricked off? Drake probably tricked off. Future done tricked off. These dudes be tricking too. And the sad thing is they know who to trick off with. Those women, you give them some bread, you can be able to trick off. You sign an NDA, you can't say nothing because if you say something, then he'll be coming for your pockets.
To say an NBA player gave you $5 grand is like saying an NBA player gave you a tip.
It's not about what he gives, Q. It's about if you want women to be accountable and saying this, she got to be accountable for who she is. She's promiscuous. She's this. For every promiscuous girl who's a loser, she a hoe, she a this. It's whatever you want to call her. There is a man that's sponsoring her.
Agreed.
There is a man
because
that's out here
women have price tags on themselves now, Shay. Women walk around here with price tags on them, Shay.
But y'all paying for it. So who's the dumb one?
I don't
the one that puts a price on her, or the one that's paying for it?
The dumb one is the person that can't afford it and do it.
Exactly. That's the sad thing. The dudes who can't afford it and they do it, those are the dumbest ones. Because you got a lot of celebrities out here who could do it because they can afford it. But you got some dudes out here that'll pay for it, but they know they can't afford it. They'll rather go without food. They'd rather get the box than go without food. They'll go without food first. They'll go without the bare necessities just to get some. And it's sad though. And to conclude, people who think celebrity relationships are the normal need to get their head examined because they're living in a totally different world than you and I. But hey, let me know what you think about the video. It's your boy Jay here with another one. Hit that like button and the subscribe button. Also, leave a comment below so we can get the conversation started. I'll leave the original link to the video in the description. Until next time, folks, I'm out. Just don't sit there. Click on the next video. You won't regret it. I promise you.